This right here has to be probably one of the most beautiful campsites that you can ever get. Good morning. We are heading out onto the Floe Lake trail right now. We just left the parking lot. I got a bunch of camera stuff with me this time, so let's hope something comes up and the camera is worth all the wait. But this is gonna be a long one. It's about 12 and a half miles, 3,000 feet of gain if we get all the way up to the top. It's kind of weird though, because the trail it doesn't seem like much. 6 miles, 3,000 feet up, except the first 3,000 miles or 3 miles is like nothing. Maybe 4 miles is not much elevation change, and then there's a huge steep section. So interesting. In the start here, we're going through these woods. I guess fire swept through here in 2003 and just burned everything down. That's why all the trees are so short. As you can see, they're not very tall, but they're, you know, little less than 20 years old trees. But it's really nice seeing all these young, vibrant green trees everywhere. But yeah, 2003 was when the fire was, not that long ago. But it's growing quite well.
Bear.
All the trees are still so young. Look how dense they are. They're just packed together. They're just growing. I guess over the years, a few of them are going to get taller and then start blocking the sun for the others, and more will die out and they'll kind of thin out. But for now, on both sides, it's just thick young trees everywhere. Thick. And then you see some dead ones from the fire, but thick young trees everywhere, except this little trail, wide open. I wouldn't blame any animals for using the trails. It's just wide open. It would be not so fun walking through these trees. These are called twin-berry honeysuckles, and now we get to see why, because there are actually pairs of berries on them, like that one, and there's others, but there's a caterpillar there too, eating the berry. Earlier I was wondering how the creek was so clear of logs with the fire and all, but I guess up here that's where all the logs got jammed up in the creek. You barely see water in there, so many logs, and you can see the rest of the creek going down from there. But yeah, so this is where everything got jammed up. Quite a bit of logs. I wonder how it's gonna clear out eventually. There's more trees gonna keep filling it up. Maybe create little dams that'll burst and wash them away. And you can see all the trees still having to come down. Another interesting sight are these rivers of fallen trees. You can kind of see like clear paths, and at the base it's just trees. I guess I got behind a tree for this shot, but it's pretty wild. Maybe there was an avalanche at some point and just cleaned everything down. Stripped all the dead trees bare, and it just clean plants now. All through here too, it's all clean. It's fascinating. It's the thimbleberry bush. A lot of them are flowering, and soon they'll have berries. Delicious thimbleberries. A bunch growing in here. It looks like one is starting to berry out, I think. We've entered the big climb portion of this hike, and we've entered like the upper valley, and the trees here, not mostly, but many have survived the fire. So there's a lot of big trees again, finding a lot of shade, and it's nice and cool. But yeah, nice big trees again. We haven't seen trees this big, especially this many, in quite a while. So all exposed until now. Now it's nice and cool. Along with the cooler weather are the ferns. I guess they get more shade here, and they just can't grow out in the open, or they burned out and the seeds never got brought back up here. But interesting, huh? It's all new plant materials here. It's all new plant life out here now that we're in a different environment. We're finished with the climb portion, so we're up in basically a level area, and we're heading down towards the lake. But it's like an alpine meadow, and we're seeing alpine flowers that we haven't seen in a long time again. It's quite interesting. Just things have changed. Small brush, Still a lot of trees, but it's cool seeing the changes as you go on. There is a campground up here. It's a walk-in backcountry. You need a permit for it, of course. And, I don't know how many sites there are here, but this right here has to be probably one of the most beautiful campsites that you can ever get. If you really want a good picture with your tent, I mean, can you beat that? It's gonna take a lot to beat this. Holy cow. That is beautiful. Wowzers. Did you hear that? Rumbling. Something happened up high. Something broke. Rocks. Something. It's making a lot of noise. Some rocks still bouncing down, I guess. Guess it stopped. It is an amazingly beautiful lake, but one downside, there are so many mosquitoes and wasps up here. We've been swatting them like crazy, right, Tina?
Oh,
horrible.
probably got a dozen bites.
At least I got like little red spots on my legs, not from bites, but from blood from killing them. And there's a bunch underneath my leg. They've been getting them because I can't see them there. So we're gonna get going. Yeah, let's get going. Let's move.
Yeah.
Bye-bye, Floe Lake.
I actually need more pictures. I haven't really taken pictures.
It's time to go, but check out this eating area. I don't know if you know, but they have eating areas separated from camping areas, so you know you don't eat near where you're gonna sleep. This is the eating area. It's kind of covered by trees, I guess, they, you know, in case people want shade, but in protection from the wind. But you can see the lake, and the lake is just beautiful, beautiful green. When the wind goes away, the ripples go away, and you don't see the white glare. You just see green lake, like on the left there. Just crazy green. Time to go. I have to look at it again, but I do believe that is the bottom of the tree. You'll notice it's standing up like a normal tree. Kind of looks like it's getting thicker, but I think it's because it's getting closer. But it kind of gets narrower as it goes down, and it's embedded in the ground. Wait till you see the other side here. So that's the bottom. I think it fell off that and came just head down and embedded itself in across from the trail. It's quite funny. Quite funny, and the trail goes right underneath. Can you see it? The trail is hard to see sometimes. We are back at our campground. This is a site in the B loop at Marble Canyon Campground. It was sprinkled a little bit, so I pulled the awning out all the way. Just got a chair there. It's weird, it's a mix of sun and rain, but that's what you expect in June, and that's what the forecast was. So overall, not too bad though. Give you a quick glimpse at some of the other campsites. We're at B3, that's B4. You can kind of see the picnic tables there. It's a good amount of privacy between all the sites in the B loop, so it's pretty nice. And there's B4, there's a trail to the bathroom, which are flushable, and there's B5, and there's someone there now, so I won't go there. But for the last 2 nights, people have camped over there, but we have not had any neighbors on that side or that side, B2. And again, pretty dense woods there. So pretty good privacy here at Marble Canyon. And again, thanks for watching. Floe Lake was a really nice hike. It's definitely tough and takes all day, sort of. 12.5 miles. Believe it or not, I brought a water filter and I drank 5 liters on that trip. Filtered like 3 liters, 3.5 liters, maybe 4. Quite a hike. But all right, yeah, go eat lunch, and I guess a super late lunch, and call it a day. Thanks for watching. Y'all take care. Bye.